Welcome to Open Late. My name is Peter Rosenberg here on Complex, and I'm very excited, guys. This is a huge week. You know, I have a lot of feelings, and everyone has a lot of feelings about Drake and Pusha, so we're not going to waste any time. Let's jump into tonight's panel. First of all, she's a Wild 'N Out cast member. She's a comedy writer, plus her book comes out in October. Make some noise for Julia Young.
Wow.
Next, he is the co-host of the incredibly popular Flagrant 2 podcast. He's also a founding member. Can I say that? Of Duce Palooza?
Yeah, you can say that. That works.
All right. Plus, he's also the man, one of my favorite people to talk wrestling with. Real life Kaz. Give it up for Kaz. Finally, we literally carpool together. We hang out every single day. You can hear on Hot 97's Ebro in the morning every single morning. Make some noise for Laura Stylez.
Yeah.
All right. We all know what we're here for, guys. Pusha versus Drake, Dawn of Justice. That's not a real name, but this has been an incredibly fun week if you are a hip-hop fan. I guess it all started last week when Pusha's Daytona project came out on the song Infrared. He sent some heat-seeking missiles towards Drake. Drake came back and dropped his Duppy freestyle, and then Pusha struck back. I am actually going to do something that many times I've been accused of not doing, and that is show love to Drake, okay? Here's why. We all know, yes, because he's Jewish. we all know, if you're a hip-hop head, how ill Pusha is. I think that's sort of a known thing. But one thing we got to take a moment to appreciate is that Drake, who has been on top of the mountain for a very long time, continues to show us that he loves to scrap. This dude gets into it. He is not Floyd Mayweather ducking opponents and setting up easy fights. He got into it with Meek Mill, which people didn't think he'd come out of. And then he went even, let's be honest, a notch higher and is battling Pusha T. Yeah. So say what you will about Drake, but please save me the idea that he's soft and doesn't want to get into the muck. Because frankly, he's done it maybe more than anyone else who's been at the level that he's at. I'm going to start with you, Kaz.
Yes.
We haven't gotten to talk all week.
We haven't.
So
purposely.
Yeah.
Because I was saving this for right here.
First of all, did Pusha go too far? Do you love what's happened so far? How are you feeling about this?
I mean, we're kind of cut from the same cloth. Like hip hop, especially when it comes to beef and when it comes, as long as it's on wax, there's no such thing as going too far, ever. As long as nobody gets hurt, nobody gets shot, no violence or anything like that. I come from the era of Gucci Mane, shooting Jeezy's friend and telling him to go dig him up and ask him a question. I come from the era of
that's too far, by the way.
Jay-Z leaving condoms on Nas's baby mama's baby seat.
Yep.
And, you know what I mean? Like this is stuff that people get shot for.
But Laura, we talked about this before the show started.
Right.
I do feel that the line about 40, Drake's producer, having MS, and he that is to me further than the condom on the baby seat line.
Well, look, I didn't like the line specifically because it's a super sensitive subject and nobody wants to hear about that. But when it comes to battle, when you bring up personal stuff, when you name fiancés and you start bringing up family members for that battle, all gloves are off.
Yeah.
Also, he insulted Drake's dad's suits.
I know. It really.
Very true.
There are some lines you just don't cross.
Well, but Julia,
I didn't think it was too far because I liked how it was calculated. You know what I mean? Like he put it out on multiple sclerosis day.
Now he has said he didn't know that.
I think Drake has to get dramatic because this is so messy and I love it. I think, you know how like Blue Ivy was on like Jay-Z's track? I think he has to get his secret son to kind of do like a feature and just kind of prove that he's owning it. You know what I mean?
Right. So yes, I have a baby. And matter of fact, bring that motherfucking 6-month-old baby and put him on this record.
Let's go platinum with the baby.
Together as a family.
Exactly.
Now, Kaz, are you with me in terms of Drake maybe not getting the credit he deserves for being down to scrap with people?
Oh no, I was on Twitter defending him all week after he dropped the Duppy freestyle because not only did he go at Meek and Pusha, like he's thrown subs at Kendrick, at Jay, at Ye, like all these people, at Joe Budden, like all these guys that people seem to put at a higher lyrical class than Drake, and he's never really backed down. And in a weird way, I kind of think this is Meek Mill's fault. Like, I think after the Meek Mill, after back-to-back drop and he just kind of like obliterated him, he kind of felt a little bit untouchable. And I think Drake kind of like fell for the bait that Pusha T put out.
But the fact is, Drake did say a lot of rap stuff that was really strong. Like some of the lines he said about about Pusha the drug dealer versus Pusha the writer was really rap talk. If you listen to what Pusha did, he didn't address rap at all. Let's be clear. It's sort of a tabloid, I'm going all for gossip.
Yeah,
Your
it's
mom,
TMZ.
your dad, it never was about rap.
But Pusha prefaced it with, outside of the drug talk and the rap talk, like that's why I said Drake kind of already lost because he fell right into the trap. He's got layers of stuff to go through. He barely even mentioned the Duppy freestyle. He barely even mentioned anything that he said about Pusha T.
Yeah, he went his own direction.
Like, he went to another direction.
To hurt his feelings, he should talk about how Rihanna doesn't like Drake anymore. Because I feel like when
sure
she
that's
said
coming.
that, I feel like you could really get him to cry. And I feel like that's where this is going. It's not about like violence, it's like street cred, it's about making Drake cry. Honestly.
Well, and he's already one notch away with a single called I'm Upset.
Exactly. It's like
The next single is called I'm Full Blown Crying. I am 100% crying right now.
Yeah. Also, because he's black and Jewish, I think we just need to talk about the fact that he started Duppy with a sigh, which I feel like is very Jewish.
Let's move on to the rest of the week's news with the segment we call Major, Mage, or Repug. All right, hopefully by now you know the deal. We do it every week.
My favorite segment.
Let's start off right here with a celebrity known for being Repug. She compared former Obama aide Valerie Jarrett to an animal, and now Roseanne has had her sitcom canceled by ABC swiftly and decisively, although it did take a very long time to get to this point. ABC making quick work of Roseanne Barr. Major, Mage, or Repug, Julia?
I think it's Major. I think it's great that they canceled it, but it's Repug that they even brought back Roseanne because they know what she's like. I mean, it's true. Like, we know who she is. She isn't hiding it. So it's like, it's insane. It's all about money. And if they hadn't canceled it, I think there would have been much bigger backlash. So they're not heroes for canceling it, but it was necessary.
Of course, I think it's Major that they got rid of her, but I also feel like Julia. I feel like, why did you even bring her back in the first place? You know the type of human being that she is. We were in the studio looking at a picture of her dressed up as Hitler, baking gingerbread cookies, like, hello, with a swastika. Like, why wasn't that enough right there? There's so many layers to it. Like, why the hell would you bring her back?
Bring back Seinfeld.
Yeah, I know. There are a lot of shows.
Not Michael Richards. Sorry.
All right, here's something that can make us all smile. Nicki Minaj and Eminem have been flirting publicly with the idea of dating. Is this romance trolling Major, Mage, or Repug? I'll start with you, Laura.
I think it's Repug.
Oh.
Only because we all know it's a lie. You know, obviously, like, you know.
You mean Nicki did something for publicity?
It's like, why are we even playing along? Like, yeah, it's cute, but it's not the first time Eminem and Nicki have been together on a song. They were on Roman's Revenge on Pink Print.
Yep.
So it was when he was on stage in Boston, like teasing the crowds, like, do you guys want me to date Nicki Minaj? And it was like, yeah. And then Nicki reposts the video, and she was like, I want our first date to be me gazing at your beautiful eyes, or your, you know, as you write your verse. I'm like, you guys already did this.
His eyes are not
If you're a
that
fan of
nice.
Nicki Minaj or Eminem, you already know that this happened. So I just think it's Repug. I'm not buying any of it.
I think it's Repug for several reasons. One of them is that I'm kind of tired of talking about Nicki Minaj about everything except music and who she's dating. You know, I think she's really talented. I'm not one of those people that have been hating on Nicki Minaj in favor of other female rappers. I think there's plenty of room for all female
That's
rappers to cook. But I just think it's whack where, you know, we're always worried about who she's dating or who she's sleeping with. Like, you know, talent isn't sexually transmitted. Like, if you're dating Nas, if you're dating Safari, if you're dating Meek, if you're dating all these people, it's like, it's not gonna get you a hit record. I just wanna hear fire music from you, Nicki. I don't give a F about anything that you're doing in your bedroom or dating or whatever.
I agree.
All right.
Julia?
Oh, I absolutely disagree. I think it's Major. I love fake relationships. Eminem should be so lucky to even fake date Nicki Minaj because he's disgusting.
Oh.
Looking. I don't think he's that's not a hot take. He's ugly. He's like an old white man. That's not a hot take.
Well, first of all, some of us are going to turn into old white men. So,
Turn into. Just kidding. I love you. I love you. I feel okay.
I had my beard all done nice and sweet. I think it's sort of Repug only because it's so obvious. You know what I'm saying? It's the reason I don't fall for Tekashi 6ix9ine trolls.
Yeah.
Like,
At least Tekashi's entertaining.
No, he is,
Yeah.
but like, let me pretend. Like, when he, when Tekashi makes a statement saying like Kendrick ain't real hip hop, that's not fun. Like, let me believe this could be a real thing.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
Like Eminem commenting back in someone's Instagram. Eminem doesn't even know how to fucking comment on Instagram. Eminem is not on Instagram.
It's Haley.
You think it's Haley?
It's Haley.
All right, guys, while I have you all here, we know there are these never-ending hip-hop debates that never get settled. Well, today, we're going to put a special one to the test in a segment we call Settle It For Me. Laura, this one is especially for you, but everyone can weigh in. We are always debating what the greatest Hot 97 Summer Jam moment was. And Hot 97 Summer Jam, the 25th Summer Jam,
That's right,
is coming up June 10th at MetLife Stadium. So settle it for me. What is the greatest Summer Jam moment of all time? Me and Nicki Minaj, go ahead.
No, listen. For me, it has to be, I was in the crowd and I witnessed Swiss Beats and Kanye West have a beat battle.
You just saying that because Swizz about to be here?
No, I'm telling you, that's the truth. Everybody's hearts was like coming out of their chest. People were screaming, jumping around, singing along. And to me, it was just beautiful to see two of our, hip hop royalties like battle each other and really, like, they really took it serious.
And
too.
remember, this is pre-MAGA hat Kanye.
Yeah.
This is like almost baseball hat Kanye.
Like,
It's when we liked Kanye.
All right, Kaz.
Old Kanye.
it's just major.
Kaz, settle it for me. What's the moment for you?
It's still kind of recent, but I think we kind of appreciate it now in its proper context.
Me and Nicki Minaj.
No, it was not. Jay-Z and T-Pain. It was the moment where
the death of auto-tune moment.
The death of auto. Like there's rare occasions where actual eras of music have a definitive end. And it was that weekend when Jay-Z dropped Death of Auto-Tune. It was the lead up to Blueprint 3. And then he came out and performed that record, which was burning up the city at that entire time. If you were in New York around the time Death of Auto-Tune dropped, it was a different type of energy in the city. And watching him stand next to T-Pain, and I don't even know if Jay-Z knew T-Pain was even there, but T-Pain was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get my shine right now.
Yep.
And everybody was out there, and it was just an amazing, amazing sight to see like half of the entire city know the words to a song that came out like 48 hours ago.
Yeah, that's a new phenomenon.
Like, it was insane.
All right, well, I gotta say, I know this is a little bit generic at this point, but for me, the all-time Summer Jam moment is Hov bringing out Michael Jackson. I'm sorry, like, you just name all-time stunts in the... I know it's easy, but he brought out Michael Jackson as a prop.
I mean, yes.
That's incredible. That's it for me. Well, what moments will be made at this year's Summer Jam on June 10th? I'm going to be there. Laura's going to be there. And guess what? Everyone in our audience is going to be there. Yes! Summer Jam tickets for everyone. Did Oprah ever give out Summer Jam tickets?
You get Summer Jam tickets.